There we go. So we are in sync this morning for What's Up Universe for Friday, December the 8th. We are in the beginning of what is the final stage, the beginning of the final, which sounds weird, but it is, of the final stage of 2023. The energy here is in, as we come into, is in a completion cycle. We are wrapping things up, things are completing and new beginning taking place. Now, we've already been feeling and dealing with this energy for about I think the 2024 energy started to clear out just kind of in mid-November. So we were already starting to find our balance, our equilibrium, and our momentum with the new energy of 2024. But we are now where this energy is starting to come into absolute completion. Things are wrapping up. We have, of course, a new moon taking place this coming week, which is really going to set the stage for what is the directive, and the expansiveness of what the universal year 8 is going to be all about. So it's really, we're in a real opportune time here to really take advantage of being able to release, to clear through, to let go of anything that we don't want to drag with us energetically and otherwise into 2024. 2024 is a universal year 8. So this means it's a year of expansion. It's a year of manifestation. It's a year of influence, of gain, of momentum. And so we need to, in order to receive what the year is set for us, it's also the ability to release and let go and make space for what is looking to come. It's also the outer expressions of the authentic one, the one that is residing, inside of us. 2023 has been this year of deep contemplation, deep reflection, deep association with our inner world, really learning how to be who we are, understand who we are, and get a sense of what we require in order to do well mentally, emotionally, physically, as well as spiritually. It's been a year of where we really moved into our inner world to go deep into what makes us tick and who are we, and find a greater clarity and understanding of what is a sense of purpose in our life. Whereas 2024, now that we've spent the year inward within discovering the authentic self, we're in an outward expression of that in 2024. So the outward expression, which allows for things that we've been working towards, all of those aspirations, those goals, those maybe those, even around the manifestation of our health and our relationships in ways that are healthy and deep and meaningful. Everything that we've been looking to create for our lives, it's in 2024 where we begin to see things start to fall into place. But we also need to be in a place of our receptivity in order to fully be able to receive it as well. There's also in the receivership, there's this integration of this energy, right? As I said, we started releasing it into kind of in the mid aspect of November, and we're in a place where the integration of the past, the release and the integration of the new frequencies and the new timelines and the new expansiveness that is taking form. There's an aspect of what we need to do at a very, I'm going to say, cellular and molecular level in order to move into the vibration of those energies. Everything right now is of increase and expansion. And so that means when we think of not only our day-to-day life, but increase and expansion also means an increase in expansion in terms of our gifts, our talents, and abilities. So this is really beautiful because it's going to mean that there is much more purposeful expression of our talents and abilities into the world around us as we begin to see great advancements in terms of our own self and our spiritual communication as we move into 2024 and beyond. 2024, even though it's a universal year 8, when we understand from numerology a 9-year cycle, we think of it in terms of what is going to be the moving into completion of so much of that. But what's really interesting is within this is where this is about dedication of service. This is about dedicating of and what is almost more of a determination to really bring what is a fulfillment of purpose into the world. And so it really is, a beginning phase for this. We've been undergoing those currents of energy. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy all of a sudden. Truth being spoken, um, where we look at, everything in our life that has been lighting up for us, everything that we've come to realize over, not only in 2023, but as we're, moving into this about the self, and which becomes this need to a deep resonant need to express what is our truth in the world and to be able to be of service. So there's a lot of drive, there's a lot of energy now, which is really moving us into position, so to speak, to be of service in greater ways. And again, as I said, the expansion of those aspects of communication between the physical and non-physical world, and really helping us to go out in the world and be the weird ones, to be the ones that are different, to stand out amongst the masses instead of, looking at the ways that we've been hiding or we've been downplaying what is our light or our ways of being of service and helping others. So there's a real, of course, expansion of that. We're moving into right now, as we come into this weekend, there is a real strong flow of energy that you might even be feeling in some ways, maybe trepidation about the year ahead. You might be, even in terms of maybe some of your own fears are coming up more predominant, feeling kind of doubting, uncertain about, things. What's really beautiful is that this stickiness or this stuckness that we've been experiencing in 2023, this is lifting as we launch into 2024. So that's really good news as well. But as we're moving through this last crescendo of this cosmic influence, we're feeling the tension of it, which means you might even physically be feeling the tension of it this weekend. I know that for myself, my body's been really stiff. It takes, almost like I need to oil all the gears every single day in order to get going. And so there is this buildup of energy. We're feeling it. It's where we're feeling it either on a physical level, we might be feeling it on an emotional level, those emotional highs and lows that could be taking place, feeling overwhelmed, overstressed, overtaxed, or maybe even to the point of overexhaustion, like just being so depleted or in need of what is a nurturement of self that really that takes over. So there's just kind of this lingering energy that's having its way with us this weekend, as we're moving into, of course, into this new moon. But it's also where we get to have this opportunity to be able to come face to face with some of the things, our self-belief, the things that we need to maybe look at in terms of our behaviors, our habits, ways that we can self-nurture, ways that we can begin to create more of a permanent balance, so to speak, in this world, or the balancing of both of these worlds that we operate in. So there is, as much as there's an influence of doubt and insecurity and stuckness and maybe even fogginess, and again, we're feeling the aches and pains and the disruption of in terms of what might be a physical sense of ourselves. This is also the time where to remember that we are, we're here to share, we're here to express, we're here to move this energy, we're here, and that there's so much of this that is inviting us to become skilled and to remain within the practices that help to support us, even when it feels in the mix of things that it becomes more challenging or difficult. So it's going to feel like we are almost that alignment, so to speak, the alignment to stay in sync with our higher self, the alignment to stay connected, even energetically, within all of the chakra systems, everything. You might see that this weekend it might be a little challenging for that alignment to stay in sync. And that's where, again, it's helping us to identify what's out of balance, what requires attention, how do we need to self-nurture even more, where do we need to express greater self-compassion, and really helping us that alignment. Again, everything is about being able to for the expansion of our communication with the non-physical world. And we just need to clear through or unmuck, so to speak, whatever it is that is condensed or constrained inside of us. So again, this is, we look at what's residing, deep inside of us that needs to be attended to. We're looking at embracing not only this aspect of our light and our purpose in 2024, but it's also in this embracement of what is this human nature of ours and what it is that we need to do that's essential for our well-being so that we can apply our talents, our abilities, and we can rise into higher expression of purpose and higher expressions and receptivity in our spiritual communication as well. So again, as I said, this next few days, really prioritize your health. Make sure you're doing taking in, those three basic spiritual needs, anything that that you can do in order to help you to kind of move or express this energy in a way that is, really taking care of the temple, the body, and allowing us to, make some what would be positive headway within this energy as well. Because otherwise, it can feel like this energy can get the best of you. And we're looking here now. It's like the invitations are for us to break free. It's to release. It's to look at, what we can do in what's maybe hindering in terms of what we can do in our own application so that we can create more of the ease. And so we're going through the dis-ease this weekend to create more ease with the new moon ahead of us, which is, which of course is always in looking for expansion, of course, as I said earlier, expansion in all kinds of ways. So the other thing that's playing out here for us is that in the mix of all of this, Neptune also went direct. Now, of course, in understanding that Neptune is the planet that governs our woo-woo. Neptune and Mercury, of course, is going into Mercury is also going into retrograde. That governs our communication. So we look at the combination of these two planets right now that are really sparking what is this inner wake up, so to speak, this inner wake up for us to be able to take a look at what no longer fits, what no longer works, what we can no longer look at carrying into 2024, the energy or otherwise. But it's also what is creating the allowing us to see and express our greater truth. It's what's allowing us to have more moments of clarity and understanding of what is a strong expression of soul's purpose, so to speak. So it really is, there's a surge of energy with Neptune going direct that is enhancing everything. It's making all of our spider senses tingle. And it's really, there's like a surge of what is creative energy behind this as well. And so again, anything, if there is a problem to be solved, if you have been struggling in any kind of way with, in a complicated situation, or even if you have, inspiration is really, really key because creative energy here, looking to bring things into form, a lot of influences. So as much as you might be feeling the tension, the soreness, the experiences of what would be impacting on the physical plane, when we look at the increase of communication and getting the heightened aspects of communication, it's also bringing in an influx of information. And yes, there are downloads, and yes, there are aha moments happening, and yes, there is a deeper expression of that creative energy that is kind of moving us or forcing us, so to speak, to express again our wisdom, our talents, our abilities, to express our truth, to express, not just in expressing of truth based on what is a defensiveness about, our own authentic state and self, but truth based on something deeper that resides or is looking to be expressed inside of us. So Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions and wishes and hopes and dreams, and it governs again our communication sector with the non-physical world. And so we're being called to upgrade. We are being called to take a look at what's outdated, what have we been doing in our life that we no longer want to be doing, not because it doesn't, we don't, maybe we don't like it anymore, anymore. Maybe we've outgrown it. Perhaps there's something that could be rebirthed or looked at being recreated in some way or done differently. That's what this energy is representing for us. So there's a lot of influence again now with Mercury going into retrograde for the last time for us this year, of course, too, coming up just around the block with the new moon. It's really sparking us. So we can look at, the aspects of influence, like what do we love to do? Where's the inspiration? What is it that it would allow us the opportunity to bring in a greater expression of the work we love to do in this world, of the things that we love to do even in our off time, the things that we would love to create and express into the world. That's what's sitting here for us as we come into this into this part of 2023 as we move, coming into this cusp of this new moon. We're also sitting within, again, as we look at it's like all of the final pieces of the puzzle are coming in for us. So anything we can do, again, in terms of self-nurturement and care, which is such an important part. We look at the physical aspect of things, but anything we can do to sit down and meditate and to do, oh my gosh, the channel opens up with this energy. So sitting down and doing some automatic writing, doing some automatic channeling, having a conversation with your soul that says, what is looking to be, what is my purpose here? But more importantly, what is looking to be expressed through me in this lifetime? What message do I have to share? What is it that I'm here? How is it that I'm here to impact the world and the people around me in a really positive way? And then paying attention to what those answers are, and then bringing it into application in some way. And it doesn't necessarily mean in terms of scope of business or professional endeavors. This can be within the day-to-day ways in which we can enrich people's lives, the people we love around us, the people that we're taking care of, or the people even that are caring for us. We can look at how can we use this to influence and nurture, every part of our life. So as again, we're looking at completion, but it's also a very auspicious time because it really is helping to bolster what is that creative or bolstering of that creative energy that really starts to build confidence. It starts to, this is, as I said, it's about expansion. This is about momentum and movement, where the clearer picture of things is going to be revealed as well. We just need to take we need an opportunity to sit and say, what am I passionate about? What would I love to do? What are the things, what do I need to heal and move through in order to make progress forward on my path and in purpose? So there's a lot of energy that's shifting us in what is a more focused direction, but a more focused direction that is about fire. It's about expansion. It's about movement and a shift that's motivating us. It's confident boosting. It's energizing. It's really helping us to process and work through our muck and also then to recover. I would say recover or move through it even quicker. So this is why it's such a great time for healing and of course bringing ourselves into balance, because anything that is outdated or outweighted can get released very quickly. Things can get transmuted very fast, and we come into that alignment. That's why we're feeling the challenge of the alignment, because we're that tension, the emotions, the things that are bubbling up are the very things that we need to move through or so that we can translate what is that greater expression of self in 2024 and beyond, really. And so we're look at here, this is again, it's time for us to slow down. It's time for us to get, pay attention to our thoughts. There's a little bit of uncertainty within it, but what is so here is so clear is that the messages that are going to be coming in so clear in terms of what it is we need to do, the action we need to take, the changes that would be most beneficial for us. This is really where this current is underway. So I would encourage you, prior to the new moon next week, would be just really giving yourself opportunity to find and sit down, find that connection to the higher self, to really trust what's coming through, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're thinking. Everything is really helping us to direct what is a belief in ourselves and a belief in our purpose, and really understand that the whole universe is on our side. And so we're being invited to clear, to release, to move through this. I mean, this energy is, as I said, so quick. It's so quick for us to heal. It's so quick for us to recover. If we're having a bad moment, we're going to have a good one in about 20 seconds. There's a real current here. And again, there's so much more of the energy that is really helping to move and direct us in it. It's actually in our favor. And it's just the invitations, of course, are, in some way, the application for ourselves, the things that we need to do that have our best interests in mind so that we can benefit from what is this optimistic, expansive flow that's taking place. And so, again, watch for those signs, look at the synchronicities, the messages that are incoming. We're, focused on being in your heart so that you can move beyond those self-imposed, old limitations, and really move into this cohesiveness and action oriented with what is your higher life path, and your higher life path, not according to what you think it is, but a higher life path, which is, percolating and bubbling from deeper inside of you. This is, again, we're never going to leave this phase. If you remember, it was probably back in 2023, even 2023, it was even before that. It was probably in the middle of 2022 where we were really self-responsibility, being accountable, taking actions to upgrade our life. All of those things have been a constant for us so that we're able to benefit from this energy. It was like the building of that platform and then foundation so we could move through this. So the good news is we've got it. We just need to attend to and take bring some attention to our needs, and of course help us to really kind of move in or approach things in this new way that we've been creating since middle of 2022, but the new way that is looking for us to live and express our light and our truth and our lives in 2024. So this is going to really, as I said, this 2023 has, our goal was self-realization. Our goal was getting to know and understand ourselves. And now this is where the higher visions for our life in 2024 begin to be revealed. They begin to land. They begin, but we need to implement the action scope of things in order to fulfill our part in that future that we're looking, that we've set out into creation. And we need to apply ourselves from a place of love, a place of nurturement, a place of forgiveness, a place of, and really kind of going deep inside of ourselves, and to relax into whatever feelings we have, to relax in the state so that we're no longer in resistance. So in relaxation and allowing, we can let it release once and for all. So anything you can do to take care of you, to balance this out for yourself. Meditation, you hear me talk about it all the time. And yes, if you can't meditate, it's not that you can't meditate, it is the invitation to meditate more. So, here 15, 20 minutes, today, 15, 20 minutes tomorrow. It doesn't have to be for long periods of time, but give this opportunity to expand your energy, take up space, create more spaciousness within your field so that you can be in a place of greater receptivity. So that there's a container of that field, so that there is, of course, as I said, opportunity for things to balance out and opportunity for things to be revealed to you. So meditation, 110% over and over again. I will continue to say it until my last breath on this earth. And even then I'll probably haunt most of you for the rest of your lives, even if I go before you. So, he's like, have you meditated? But it's everything that's bringing in a higher vibration. It's how we access higher states of consciousness. It's how we clear the field. It's how we regulate not only our nervous system, but we regulate our energy centers. It's the very thing that allows us us to assimilate and come into higher resonance with the energies that are most supportive to our path, our purpose, which are and of course, when I say that again, the expression of the soul, right? So we're looking here. I don't want to overlook the fact that Mercury is going into retrograde. So here, be aware and alert. We always feel pulsations of that. Our sensitivity is a part of that. So you might feel as it's going, feeling a little tired, feeling a little lethargic. Give yourself opportunity to rest. Lots and lots of water. I mean, want to be hydrated not only on a regular basis, but especially with the shift and change within direction. This Mercury influences our mind when we look at it astrologically. But from a mediumistic a scope of it, Mercury is the planet of communication, and we are communicators we are energy communicators. We are communicating with the non-physical world. It's going to have an impact on us. So again, anything we can do to nurture, to self-care, so that rest if you need to rest, move your body, make sure you are drinking lots of water. The energy is creating tension anyway, let alone having what is this orbital energy from Mercury taking place, which is, can really cause an increase in it. It's the enhancement of our communication. It really helps us to open up into greater communication with the non-physical world. But as it moves and as that takes place, we do need a little bit extra TLC in the process of it. And of course, it's right hand in hand here with this new moon coming up, and this new moon of great influence for us. This is where what is really allowing us to shine our purpose into the world. It's amplifying everything about it, about who we are in the world. And it's asking us, it's calling us to bring to attention what are the things that make us who we are, to accept ourselves, to embrace ourselves, and looking, I would say, almost in deeper appreciation for life itself. And so this energy is all about letting go, but more important, this is about harmonization and what is a greater sense of the invoking of those gifts, talents, and abilities. And so take a look. What are your higher visions for your life? What is it you would like to create? Give this into the universe. Plant those seeds. Look to create and be the change you want to see in your world, and just know that through it, it's like the whole universe is conspiring. All your angels, all your guides, all those loved ones on the other side want to see that come into form as well. So trust in the future that you're looking to create. Trust in your connection to the non-physical world. Trust in yourself to be able to move through this energy. This is an incredibly productive time. It is motivating. It is creativity. It is influence that is helping us to express our truth, our light and purpose in this world. And all the universe needs is each of us as individuals to show up to it. So take care of you, of course, through it all. And yeah, just know that, wow, so much good is looking to unfold. So much good. All right.